First question will be from Mark Spector. Mark, as soon as your microphone's active, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Thanks, Zach. You've played, you spent a lot of time with Connor. You're one of those guys who was up and down the lineup. We were just talking to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and he's had a ton of success with Draisaitl, and he had a bunch of success with McDavid, and you kind of know what that's like. What's it? Is there a certain pressure, or is there a different vibe when they put you on McDavid's wing? Is there the expectation that you got to live up to because you're playing with the best player? What's it like?
Well, yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's pressure. It's when you're playing on the first line of a hockey club, you have to produce. You have to play both sides of the puck. That's my role. But yeah, you have to produce. Top lines are meant to produce, and obviously you have a pressure to do so. But at the same time, I find it a lot of fun. It's challenging, and we've had success before. And I like to consider myself a playoff type player. So I'm going to use this 2 weeks of training camp to get ready, and hopefully I can get off on the right foot.
Okay, next question, Reed Wilkins. Reed, go ahead.
Hi, Zach. Good to see you. You didn't obviously get to catch up at all during the pause here. What was it like for you, not just from a hockey standpoint, to try to stay in shape as an athlete, but I know you got a young family, and I'm sure just everybody being healthy in your world was a concern as well. So how did you juggle all the uncertainty and trying to be ready to play?
Yeah, well, the physical fitness side has always came pretty easy to me. So to be honest, that aspect really didn't change too much. I had the opportunity to work out basically the whole time. So that didn't change too much. But to get to spend quality time with my daughter and my family was something that I won't take advantage of. It was a lot of fun, especially she's a fun age. She's 15 months. So it was a fun time just to wake up with her every morning, spend every day, see her grow. That's one thing the pause really brought our family a lot closer and got to spend quality time that we wouldn't really get to spend normally. So if you're going to try to find a positive, that's definitely right at the top of the list.
Next question will be Terry Jones. Terry, you can go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, just a quick observation on what you think you see from Connor McDavid so far coming back.
Well, Connor's going to be Connor. I think he's ready to go more than ever. If you look at this year, the beginning of the year, he didn't even really get full workouts in, and he came in and he was a dominating factor to our hockey club. And now that he's got to put a couple months of some serious training, and obviously he feels healthy as ever. So I'm looking forward to him. He's gonna do what Connor does, and we just have to make sure as his teammates that we follow and we support him.
Next question would be Min Darwell, CBC. Min, your microphone should be active any second here. Try that again. Okay, let's go to the next question. Derek Van. Oh, no, go ahead, Min.
Is that good? Okay, sorry. Hey, Zach. Obviously, everybody remembers 2017 and the run you guys had. And now here you are leading up to August 1st. You guys obviously get a chance to gel here over the next couple of weeks, but I noticed the pork chops are back on the face. Is that kind of your way of saying, hey, I'm ready for the postseason and let's get this going?
Yeah, the postseason's all about having fun and working hard. And obviously we had some success with them in our previous playoff run. So there's no doubt I wanted to bring them back. It's a unique time, obviously, with the whole pandemic thing, and we're going to be in a bubble, but at the same time, it's playoff hockey. We're not going to have fans in the building, but we know in here, Oilers fans are so passionate. We'll be able to feel them through the city. There's going to be an energy throughout the city that as players will feel. They might not be in the rink, but they're going to be outside of the rink. They're going to be watching from their homes, restaurant, bars. That's something that we have to use to our advantage. But the chops, to go back to that, it's a fun thing. The guys like it, and just try to bring some fun to some playoff hockey.
Okay, we've got a couple of questions here left. Derek Van Diest, and I should mention we'll bring the head coach afterwards. So Derek, your microphone should be unmuted. Go ahead.
Zach, yeah, I just want to ask you about the playoff intensity. Usually, sometimes they say it takes a couple of games to really develop that animosity with an opponent, but going into a short 5-game series with the Blackhawks, you don't necessarily have that luxury. I just want to ask you about your thoughts on the 5-game series and how to try and, get that playoff intensity right off the bat, especially since, you guys have been playing in 4 months.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff and as players, we're going to use this 2 weeks to make sure we're up and running. I think we don't have a lot of time here to flick that switch on. So our practices are going to be important. Our inter squad games are going to be important. And at the end of the day, there's no team that's ahead of any other team in this thing. Whoever comes in and whoever competes the hardest and whoever gets off on the right foot is going to have the most success, especially these best of 5 series. So we got to make sure we're ready. I don't think the intensity is really gonna differ. You go through an 82-game season, you play a lot of exhibition games, you have a little while to get into it, but we're playing for keeps right away here, and it's our jobs as players to make sure we're ready for that puck drop first game against Chicago.
Okay, and one final question for Zach from Daniel Nugent-Bowman. Daniel?
Hey, Zach, hockey players and athletes are typically, creatures of habit. And I'm just curious about your thoughts going, this is going to look very different going into a bubble, not being able to see your daughter for an undetermined amount of time, and maybe not even having your dressing rooms for some home games. How are you going to create that normalcy, and what do you think about some of the changes that could be in place here?
Yeah, I think it's not just athletes, but it's the whole world. It's everyone in the whole world's out of their comfort zone right now. I think it's not normal by any means, but as hockey players, you want to play hockey. And when you go out on the ice, you seem to forget about what's going on in the world. Obviously, the bubble situation is new for all of us, and you got to make the most of it. It's obviously tough away from your family. They didn't come with me, and obviously once you go in the bubble, you're not going to see them. But at the end of the day, you only have so many kicks at the can to win the Stanley Cup. So this is a little sacrifice to hopefully win the Stanley Cup. So it's a good question. It's very unique. The whole world is trying to find their way right now. So as hockey players, I consider ourselves pretty lucky. We just have to come to the rink. Obviously, there's some new protocols and stuff like that we have to go through. But at the end of the day, when you go on the ice, hockey's still the game of hockey. It's going to be fun to get out there and compete again.